Chapter 1: The Crash. The UEF Marauder was supposed to be a simple reconnaissance mission. Scan the uncharted planet, gather intel, leave. Instead, Lieutenant Marcus Kane found himself plummeting through the atmosphere in a burning escape pod, alarms screaming as the jungle-covered world rushed up to meet him. "This is not how I planned to die." The pod hit the ground with a bone-jarring crash. Smoke filled the compartment. Marcus coughed, unbuckled himself, and kicked open the damaged hatch. Sunlight blinded him. The air was thick with humidity and the scent of alien flora, sweet, pungent, alive. Then he heard the growls. Slowly Marcus turned. Surrounding the crash site were beasts. Not animals. Not aliens. Warriors. They stood on two legs, their bodies covered in thick fur, their eyes gleaming with intelligence. Some had the muzzles of wolves, others the manes of lions. All of them carried weapons, blades, spears, rifles of a design Marcus had never seen. At their head stood her, taller than the rest, her fur a shimmering gold, her eyes like molten amber. She wore armor adorned with trophies, skulls, medals, the remnants of fallen foes. A crown of blackened steel rested atop her head, the queen of the beast empire. And she was staring right at him. Chapter 2: The Command. Marcus swallowed hard. His sidearm was still in its holster, but drawing it now would be suicide. The queen stepped forward, her claws flexing. "Pathetic," she rumbled, her voice deep, commanding. "A soft-skinned creature, lost in my domain." Marcus forced himself to stand straight. "Lieutenant Marcus Kane, United Earth Federation. My ship was..." "Silence!" Her tail lashed. The warriors around her snarled, baring fangs. Then she spoke the words that sent ice through his veins. "On your knees, Earthman." Marcus clenched his jaw. "I don't kneel." The queen's lips curled into a vicious smile. "You will." Chapter 3: The Arena. They dragged him to a massive stone coliseum, carved into the side of a mountain. The stands were packed with thousands of beast folk, roaring, chanting. The queen sat upon a throne of bones, watching as Marcus was thrown into the center of the arena. "You claim strength," she called down. "Then prove it." A gate creaked open. Out lumbered a Vorgoth, a hulking, six-limbed monstrosity, its hide like armored plating, its jaws dripping venom. The crowd erupted. Marcus had no weapons, no armor, just his training, and his will to survive. Chapter 4: The Fight. The Vorgoth charged. Marcus dodged at the last second, rolling to the side as the beast's claws gouged the stone where he'd stood. "Think. Adapt." He grabbed a broken spear from the sand, sidestepped another lunge and stabbed, right into the creature's exposed underarm. The Vorgoth howled. The crowd roared. The queen leaned forward, her eyes locked onto Marcus. He didn't have time to savor the small victory. The Vorgoth was wounded, but not dead. It swung wildly, its tail whipping out and catching Marcus in the ribs. He hit the ground gasping. The beast loomed over him, jaws wide. Then stop. A single command from the queen. The arena fell silent. She stood, descending the steps until she stood before Marcus. "You fight well, for a soft one." Marcus spat blood. "Thanks. Can I go now?" The queen's grin was predatory. "No." Chapter 5. The Revelation. She took him to her war chamber, a vast hall lined with maps of conquered worlds. "You are not like the others," she said. Marcus frowned. "Others? The last humans we encountered were weak, cowardly. They begged for mercy." Marcus's stomach twisted. The missing colony ship. "They weren't soldiers," he said. "They were civilians." The Queen scoffed. Irrelevant. Strength is strength. Weakness is death. Marcus met her gaze. Then why am I still alive? She circled him, her claws tracing the edge of his jaw. Because you intrigue me, Earthman. Chapter 6. The Choice. Days passed. Marcus was kept as an honored prisoner, allowed to roam the palace under guard, but never free. The Beast Empire was vast, brutal, and powerful. Their technology was a mix of primal fury and advanced engineering. Their warriors were unmatched. And the Queen, she was unlike any ruler Marcus had ever seen. Ruthless, yes, but also cunning, strategic. She questioned him endlessly, about Earth, about humanity's wars, their victories, their defeats. Then one night she made him an offer. Join me. Marcus blinked. What? You have strength, real strength. Serve as my warlord. Lead my armies. Conquer with me. Marcus stared at her. And if I refuse? The Queen's eyes darkened. Then you die. Chapter 7. The Escape. Marcus should have said yes. But he was a soldier of Earth. That night he stole a blade, took down 2 guards, and fled into the jungle. He didn't get far. The Queen herself tracked him down, pinning him against a tree, her claws at his throat. Foolish, she snarled. Marcus didn't struggle. I won't betray my people. For a long moment she studied him. Then, to his shock, she laughed. Good. She released him. A ruler needs warriors with loyalty, even if it is not to her. Marcus rubbed his throat. So what now? The Queen's grin returned. Now, Earthman, we negotiate. Epilogue. 3 months later, a UEF diplomatic ship arrived in orbit. They expected to find Marcus dead. Instead, they found him standing beside the Queen of the Beast Empire, as her equal. The first Human-Beast Empire alliance had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.